Hello, my name is Robin. I'm the CEO and founder of D4H, and I'm delighted that you're applying for our volunteer grant. D4H actually came from my experience as a volunteer in search and rescue. And the very first version of D4H, built many years ago now, was to help me managing my own search and rescue team. From that, I know that the product is incredibly suitable for you. And I also understand volunteers need professional grade tools, and that's what we're here to give you. I'm going to tour you around our products myself. The first we're going to look at is the Team Manager platform. That's a day-to-day management tool for your team, people, equipment, and your incident records. It's all about readiness. Then we'll look at our incident management platform, our operations center, and that is to help you in a real-time response to an incident. I look forward to showing you both of these and hopefully become customers of D4H. Let's start with the Team Manager platform. This is a platform designed for the day-to-day management of your response team. On the dashboard, you can see things like whiteboard notes left for the team, draft paperwork that needs completing, the latest incidents you've been tasked or had as callouts, training exercises, events, health and safety reports for near misses or injuries. In the middle, you've got tasks that need to be undertaken that have been identified either before or after an activity has occurred. You've got calendar schedules for all the upcoming training activities. You've got repairs, where you can see what's currently overdue and needed to be done on your equipment. And you can see both inspections, low supply levels, and expiry dates for all of your assets. On the right-hand side, we're able to see who's on call now, which is really important. So you know who's going to attend if you have a call out right now. On the on-call planner, your members can use our really easy to use mobile app to mark themselves as on or off call. Marking themselves as off call for a period of time will take them and their skills out of your available resources. Each of your members will have a personal profile, and this profile is going to show you all of the information on them around their experience with incidents, exercises, and events, including how many hours they've contributed. You'll be able to see when you last saw them, or if they're currently scheduled for anything. You'll be able to collect up all of their contact details and also customize profiles with any custom fields you want. That includes drop-downs, text fields, date fields, and many more. Members can be organized into groups. Groups will be things like their specialities. Groups help you determine what training they'll need. On their qualifications, you can award qualifications to each member, and we'll proactively monitor all of those expiry dates. We'll notify both the member and your training officers when that expiry date's coming soon. We'll also build up a detailed report with statistics in terms of the experience they have on incidents versus exercises in each of the roles, tags and capabilities, if they're a canine handler, if they've been issued any personal equipment, emergency contact details, and also anything you attach to their profile. Qualifications can be managed in a central location. For each of your qualifications, you'll be able to click in and see which members hold the qualification. You're also able to see the drop-off of the skill over time, and this helps you know when to book new courses. You can also set expectations on a member based on the groups they're part of, whether they're required or preferred to have certain training. This helps you ensure that the training budget is going on the correct people and identifies people with no expectation to hold the course, so you don't have to renew their training. This whole system depends on our proactive alerts, which will notify you both of a coming soon expiry date or if you let that qualification expire. You can also track all of your canines and handlers, and they will also have qualifications, expectations, and expiry dates. Within D4H, you can schedule training exercises. So I'm going to press add an exercise. I'm going to say we've got team training. And I'm just going to place it on a random point on the map, but you'll be able to put this right in your meeting location. We'll provide driving directions and everything else through the mobile app for any event. I'm going to set this for tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., finishing at 5 p.m. And here I can write my pre-plan for the event. You'll see it's easy to type. Aside from my pre-plan, I may have an event description. That's something I might fill in after the event has occurred. But I can also customize any screen on D4H with custom fields. And those are things like drop-downs or text areas, numeric fields, and other pieces. I'm then going to categorize my training exercise, because by categorizing it, it's going to help me know what I'm training in versus what I'm having incidents in. Next, I'm going to add some attendees. So you'll see I could invite everybody in here. I'm just going to invite a handful of people. And I can also add people by the quick add, where I can add entire groups or on-call people. So I just want 4 people to my training. It's only a small one, and I'm leaving them all requested. But I could go in here and say that I know some people have already told me what they're doing. All these dates and times are customizable, so you can track very detailed attendances and also add multiple periods per person. We can also track our canine attendants and handlers. We can track resources that are coming. We can log equipment we're planning to use. We can come up with a costing, and we can attach any files to this. I'm going to skip some of this and just press finished. So now you'll see it's prompting me, am I attending our exercise on Saturday? And I'll say, yes, I am. As I scroll down here, you'll see all of my details, including a list of who's currently attending. This is now on our dashboard. You'll see it here for this week, and I marked as attending. But I can also click in and see a full calendar of the team. This is really useful because it's going to document all of your training, incidents, on call, off call, and everything else. Let's look in logistics and equipment. In here, we're going to get another dashboard that's telling me everything I need to do with my equipment, whether it's inspections, these are regularly recurring things, expired items, repairs, critical and serviceable, low supplies, etc. Within equipment categories, I'm able to go through all of my different types of equipment. Now, I'm going to look for my rigging equipment, and I can see here all of my rigging equipment. I'm going to click into that category. And if you have multiple caches or stores or trailers for your equipment, it's showing you these caches and the condition of the equipment in it. I'm going to click into all of my ropes. And here I see all of my ropes and where they're stored. D4H makes it really easy to either export as a spreadsheet or download and print inventories for all your different kinds of equipment. Let's go and look at a specific tripod. So I'm going to click into tripod 443. And here I get to see that 443 is in warehouse B in a pickup truck 367. And here it is, and here's its profile. I can see it expired in 2021. We would have got an alert. And I can also see all the information about it from manufacturers, models, funding sources. And you can customize this with your own custom fields. We also support barcodes, whether they're QR codes or flat barcodes or RFID tags. And you can scan those with the camera on your phone using our app to bring up the item of equipment and then inspect it, mark it as repaired, or move it around. It's also possible to upload attachments to your models of equipment. And this will allow you to upload, for example, a manual to a piece of equipment for easy access through the mobile app. Again, this all works in a proactive manner. So it's constantly checking for you all of your equipment and what needs inspecting, what needs checking, what needs expiring. We'll give you lots of statistics around different manufacturers, suppliers, reports on expiry dates, items that have been marked as lost. This is a very fully functional equipment management platform. Finally, incident reporting allows you to document all of your incidents. This looks very similar to when I added an exercise. And I'm going to focus here on showing you the reporting and statistics. So you can put in a date range and filter by a type of activity. So you might want to see every type of incident of a certain type and where they occurred in your area. And here you can click down to see the specific incidents, clicking into them to get your full report on that incident. And aside from viewing past attendance at incidents, incident reports, and other things, what gets really interesting here is when you start to look at all of the patterns and trends in your data. Again, you can visualize this by when are they happening, at what time, year on year, is this specific trend growing or decreasing? And we'll break this down into lots of different annual, monthly, quarterly reports for you that are all automatically produced. Or alternatively, you can run your own. So I'll hit create custom report. I'm going to run a report of all of attendance of my members at any type of activity in the last, I'm going to say 5 years, please, run report. And here we can see everyone's response times and rates over that period of time. And there's lots of these reports, everything from your different incidents, different costs, different people. You can run endless queries. If you're technical or have technical resources on your team, you're able to access all of this through our application programming interface and integrate any of the data you're seeing here with other systems. We really do give you a very good insight into what's happening in your team. Now we've moved over to our operations center. This is our real-time environment for dealing with an active incident that you're managing. I'm going to press Start New to start a new incident. You'll see here you can create what we call plays or pre-plans. So for example, my missing person search may have different checklists, different documentation, different map layers, and different status boards compared to a rescue. Now I'm going to start one of these now. And that creates a channel or room for you to manage the incident with your members. This is a completely real-time environment. As I change any of these fields, it automatically updates for all my other members. Let's say our person was last seen here. I'm going to start walking through these fields, and you'll see it's as easy as me pressing tab. There is a missing person at this location. You can see how easy this is. Male, 40, black coat. And every other person is able to see this as I start filling it in. Now, one of the important pieces to this is that there's a full audit trail of everything you're doing. So you can see all of the information that came in. If it turned to 2 subjects, and you'll see me change that value, you'll see it's now changed from 1 to 2. So I know the time and the information that was posted. Now, every form on this system is customizable. Watch this. I go up to the admin area. This is where I can configure all of my plays, my templates, my collection data. I'm going to edit the template for the situation. Here you go. It's a very straightforward form builder. I can choose each of the different fields, create new fields, drag and drop fields. So don't worry about the template you're seeing here. You'll be able to put any template you'd like. It's good enough that you can even change templates mid-incident without any difficulty. And templates are instantly pushed out to all the mobile apps of your users in the field. At this point, I may want to share this by email, and that will push it out to my team members that I select. And what I'm going to do is just print a PDF here so you can see what that looks like. This will all be branded up with your logo. You can see how quickly it was for me to put that together, even if I was on a mobile device. Now we've defined the situation. We're going to start looking at our different roles. And you'll see I can begin assigning any people that have joined the incident or have been added to the incident as different roles. Taking on a role will also take on any of the checklist items that have been given to my team or my role. If you're following ICS and you need to do an org chart, you can pre-draw that in the admin area. And this again is really customizable, and you can see how flexible this is. Now we're going to start building out our incident action plan, and we can give you extension packs for all of the different form sets. You'll see here if I go into my incident ICS 201, it's very easy for me again to fill in forms, pull in my org chart. And down here at the bottom, what I'm going to do next is electronically sign this form, which locks it for all other users with my signature on it. This is now not editable by anybody else. And again, print it, share it, snapshot it, email it. There's lots of different options in every menu. A very cool feature here is the ability to share by public link. This creates a secret URL which you can give to your members, law enforcement, or any other agency. And when they click on that, it is going to open your form without any username or password. And this will stay updated in real time for them too. So as you gather information throughout the incident, they'll be able to see it. Let's take a look. I'm going to fill in the age, 40, sex, male. Let me just go back here and you'll see these details are sharing to others now. Next, we're going to go on to mapping. And on the map, you'll see that we've got all the Esri base map layers in, but you can add any layers you'd like. So in the admin area, you can configure different layers. And it might be anything from a OpenStreetMap to topographic map. It's very easy to do. Okay, let's make a plan here. So what I did initially is just put our command post on the map. And as this incident progresses, we're going to start adding in our different search areas and zones. It's time to update our log. Command post is now activated at the scene. And that's been posted into my log at the current time by my user. As the incident progresses, we're able to add in further log posts. You can see I've got two lists here of actions. I'm going to click into my initial action plan. And as I start marking these through or assigning them to different roles or people, everyone is able to see our updates as we go. This helps us track progress against all of our different areas. Status boards can be built however you'd like. I've got a couple of them that we'll give to any teams like yourselves in an expansion pack. So let's have a look at clues, investigations, scenarios, and volunteers. Well, clues, I'm going to say on the map that we found a clue. So we have found a shoe at this location. Let me start that again. We found a shoe at this location. So this is a clue I'm adding to the map. And I could do this from my mobile app very easily too. And it'll pick up the GPS of my device if I'm standing there. I'm also going to add a bag that was located here. Let's just zoom in a little bit. Say a bag was located here. When I go to my clues tab, you'll see I now have two clues. Let's double click into shoe. The user could take a photo straight from their phone. I'm going to say this is high relevancy. It was found now. And it's been left on location marked with tape. And again, I could take this and press share and share it out to law enforcement or anybody else who needs to see. So as I start working through all of my evidence, you can begin to see we start to build up all of our intelligence. You saw the log earlier. Well, if I go into the shoe, I can actually open a log instead of the map on it. And now this is a log for that shoe. Found by team A, now handed over to police. And these logs will actually print out at the end of the incident for you. Let's take a quick look. There's my shoe evidence sheet, and it would have a photo if one was taken. And attached to that is a log post for that shoe. Very powerful. And these boards all work quite similarly. So let's start coming up with some scenarios. So I'm going to add a new scenario. I'm going to say fell in river. And what we're going to do is put a location on this scenario. So I think this occurred here somewhere. Okay. I think this is very likely what happened. I'm going to add another one here. I'm going to say lost in the forest. And I'm going to say, well, the only place it could be is here without crossing the river. So we'll say this area here. It's investigation. This is really unlikely. So now we've got our scenarios. Let's start working on some assignments. So in my assignments, I'm going to go into ground operations and ask them to search forest on the side of bank. I could put in, again, these are completely customizable forms. We'll give you the expansion pack, but you can customize them any way you like. Full search from north to south. Members required 4. Give them 2 hours to do that. And this makes the scenario of lost in the forest. Again, you can build all your own custom pieces on in here as you'd like. Now I'm going to give them just this half to. Let's go. You'll see now it's starting to build up a little bit, right? It's looking a little bit more interesting. I'm going to create another assignment here for somebody else. Let's just do this roughly for now. Another assignment. Search lower forest. Ground operation. Let's go in and just put some information in. I don't actually need too much in here other than I want to connect it up to the lost in forest scenario. And then we'll go and just do a marine one as well. Ask dive river. Again, I'm going to do this quite quickly. I'm just going to put in a area. And I want to search the river. Create just here. Okay. So we can tweak this a little. Perfect. Okay. So now my assignments board is starting to build out too. Look, here are all my different assignments. Let's see if one of these gets started. So we're going to look in ground operations, search on the near side, and that is now in progress. This one is completed. So now you're really getting a sense of what's going on. Back out on my overview, you can see, we're able to see how everyone's doing. This is giving me a sense of how everyone's working through their different tasks. If we got an update on this task, again, I can click into my log. This task will be completed 15 minutes. This is all feeding back up into my main log. So status boards, build anything you'd like, connect them together, create relationships between boards, many different ways to do this. There's lots of other added features in it that are really nice. So whether it be weather or our document library, where you can begin to put bookmarks or upload PDFs or videos or anything else. The dashboard is real-time updating, so you can put it on a big screen, show off how everything's going. And when this incident ends, we'll put together a complete export pack for you in a zip file, which you can download, or you can set it up to automatically send it across to our incident reporting product that we looked at earlier. And that will add it automatically into your statistics. You can see here from the audit trail that I exported, it generates quite a lot of information with timestamps, imagery, map drawings, and everything else for your after action report. Okay, that was awesome, right? Look, I hope you enjoy using our products. Hundreds of thousands of people now in 36 countries around the world enjoy using our products. I know you guys will too.